Welcome back to As Told by Ray. I'm Teray, and if you are new here, welcome, and if you are not, hey y'all. So in this week's video, it's going to be very short and sweet. I got a request to talk about how to go about finding a job when you get out of college. When I graduated college, I started a full-time job right away. So I'm going to give you guys my tips on how I went about doing that. Please note that this advice may not be 100% accurate across all majors in college. I was an accounting major, so I can give advice from like a business major's perspective. And hopefully it works for every other major, but that's just my little disclaimer. Before we get into the video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. I do my uploads weekly on Mondays. Give this video a thumbs up and comments below. As always, give me suggestions of other things that you like to talk about. I have a lot of things planned for a lot of upcoming videos, some try-on hauls, some capsule wardrobes. So yeah, give me some suggestions of other things that you guys would like to see. Whew. And if you've done all that, let's just go ahead and get to the video. Okay, so what I did to kind of secure a job outside of college, pretty much the day I graduated, I knew where I was going to be working. I interned. I told myself I was going to be a professional intern, and that's literally what I did. So I had an internship junior year of college, I had an internship senior year of college, and then I started my full-time job in August of 2015. I graduated in May 2015, if I didn't say that already. So yeah, so a little bit more background of my college experience. I did 2 years at a community college, and then I transferred to a four-year university. I went to Towson University in Towson, Maryland, and pretty much I got the ball rolling once I started there. Now, as a transfer student, I had no GPA when I started, so I had to wait until the end of junior year when I actually had credits. Not when I had credits, when I actually had a GPA at Towson to start applying for internships, because internships are heavily based on your GPA because you don't have any experience. So they're going to just pretty much look at your GPA and kind of go based off that. So I applied for tons of internships. I was not shy about where I was going to intern. I knew I wanted to be an accounting major, so I applied for a lot of different accounting internships. Small firms, bigger firms, you know, I just kind of applied to as many as possible. I went to every career fair that my school had. I went there to try to get my face out with the recruiters of the different employers to help me with getting an internship. My first internship was actually with the federal government. I got two offers for an internship. I got one internship offer at the White House, which was an unpaid internship, and then I got another internship for another federal agency that ended up being a paid internship. I took the paid internship just because I knew I was getting an apartment for a senior year. I needed to buy a car. I had all these different financial things that I needed to do. But those financial things set aside, I probably would have went with the internship with the White House, because why not? That would look amazing on a resume. So when you're looking for your internships, do not be overly picky, like, oh, I only want paid internships versus an unpaid internship. Of course, making money is more ideal than not making money, but you don't want to discount all the experience that you're going to get from something that may be unpaid. So definitely keep your options open. You can always work a part-time job. You know, your internship may not even be full-time. So you can there are other ways that you can kind of go about making money if you're going to take an unpaid internship. So aside from that, I really started the process early. If you're in college right now, go to every career fair, stop what you're doing, get, you know, some nice business professional clothes to wear, go up to those career fairs, go to every single table. You really want to get your face out there with the recruiters, because the recruiters, if they're coming to recruit at your college, they are the people that are basically making the hiring decisions initially for their interns. So you want to be able to have some kind of rapport with them. Another thing that I suggest is any clubs on campus that are geared towards your major. Get involved with those clubs because a lot of times those clubs are long-standing, and maybe the advisors for those clubs have different connections that you otherwise wouldn't know about if you weren't in the club. So take advantage of those things. When I was in college, I was a part of NABA, that is National Association for Black Accountants. There's also Beta Alpha Psi, which is like an accounting fraternity. I wasn't a part of that, but that's another great organization to be a part of. It looks great on a resume. Employers recognize it, and they will most likely hire those kind of candidates. Yeah, so really start early for your internship. Go to your career center, get somebody to look over your resume. If you don't have a resume, get one. Take advantage of everything that your tuition is paying for in school. Use every resource that is available to you. Now, when I got my first internship, I did it for the summer. I actually, before it was over, I know I needed to have a formal internship in order to graduate from Towson's business school. So I talked to the person who was my boss and asked, can I stay on for the school year? Of course, my hours got cut back. I wasn't part-time, but they said yes. So I was like, okay, great. They needed someone to still do kind of the work that I was doing as an intern during, after the internship was over. So I asked and I got it. That may not work for everybody, but if you don't ask, you'll never know. So see if that's something that you can do to kind of continue that same internship to get more experience while you're still going to school. It will be hard. It was really hard for me. I went to my internship 3 days out of the week. I had classes 4 days out of the week. So I ended up taking night classes and going to my internship very early in the morning. I used to work from 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Take 2 trains to get back to Towson to go to my night class, which started at 6:30. It's a lot, but it was well worth all the experience that I had because once I graduated college, I already had a year of government accounting experience, which a lot of people just graduating from college, they will not have the same level that I have. And then once I graduated college, well, let me back up. Senior year, I had already been in the process of trying to get an internship with a Big Four accounting firm. It was really important to me because I wanted to give that particular style of accounting a try just to see if I liked it or I didn't like it. Those internships go very fast. Like, I secured that internship at the start of senior year. So once senior year was over, I started probably 2 weeks. 2 weeks after the semester, boom, I started my internship. Started the internship, that was about 10 weeks long. I didn't really like it. While I was doing it, I just knew that this wasn't the kind of work for me. So while I was taking that internship, I was constantly applying to beginner level, entry level accounting jobs. So if you're in the middle of an internship, it's okay if you're working through your internship and you realize, I don't really like this line of business or I don't really like this company. Don't just sit there and wait until the internship is over to go find another job. Really start applying and getting yourself out there and finding other means that are going to help you when you're finished and go on. The beauty of an internship is the company has the right to say, no, we don't want you. And you have the same right as well to say, hey, no, this wasn't for me. It's really no commitment. Once the 8 to 10 weeks is up, everybody goes their separate ways and you move on. So take advantage of that, find a new job, or, just really be applying for that, and hopefully you will have secured something. I was fortunate enough to have secured something. The week my internship ended, I had a 1 week gap. I went on vacation and then I came back and started my new job. Everybody's not gonna have this perfect story, and I wouldn't say my story is perfect, but my overall advice is really to just, when you're in college, work extremely hard, work hard to get your grades, and work hard to find something while you're in college. Typically, if you can land an internship while you're in college, you are more likely to have a job outside of college than people who don't have internships at all. So really, really focus on that and really try to get those internships. Another thing that I suggest is if you have not started college yet, when you're doing your search for colleges, really kind of ask those questions about, okay, well, what percentage of your students are getting hired straight from school, or what employers do recruit from you guys. You really want to know that before you kind of go to a school, because you don't want to get there and then it's your senior year and employers don't care about students from your school, and you have to really kind of go out with the rest of the job pool and try to find a job that way. It can be really hard. I know a lot of people who had rough times trying to find jobs outside of college, but I can only tell you, for business majors, get an internship while you're in school. It's pretty damn easy once you get that internship to really have a job outside of it. So really make sure that you're doing that. Like I said, don't be afraid of doing a free internship. You may be getting better experience than something if you hold out for something that's paid. And yeah, make the sacrifice while you're in college, and it will pay off for you in the end. So I hope that answered your question. I can't remember who left the comment, but I will respond and let you know that I'm posting this video as a response to your comment. So that way, hopefully you watch it and let me know what you think about this. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.